species found in Metro Detroit could bring big trouble to the infrastructure.
The red swamp crayfish was...
Invasive species are defined as any species introduced to a foreign environment that harms the ecosystem in some way. The number of species falling into this category is on the rise as our world becomes more and more interconnected. Nearly all cases are a result of human influence. Whether it be bugs in the mud on your hiking boots, mussels on the bottom of your boat, or even bringing a plant you think looks nice to another ecosystem, there are many ways these non-native species can spread.
Invasive species are a major environmental concern because they are nearly impossible to eradicate. Once they have been introduced, there is no turning back. In most cases, the species has no natural predators and therefore can spread exponentially and cause harm to its new ecosystem. These species can cause harm in many ways. They may carry a disease that they are immune to, but the rest of the native species are not, or they may prey excessively on other species, and they typically blow out the other species in competition. These factors contribute to the eventual extinction and destruction of species in their ecosystems.
Since it is almost impossible to eradicate an invasive species, the best measures to take are in prevention. Researchers have petitioned for regulations to prevent any more spreading. These include laws and recommendations, particularly when boating and traveling. They recommend that individuals clean their equipment and make sure they are not bringing any unwanted carry-ons into a new ecosystem. Also, as environmental knowledge grows, scientists are experimenting with natural solutions, such as introducing certain artificially made diseases and chemicals to stop the spread of what has already been introduced.
Fortunately, humans have done much more harm than good thus far. Even something small as releasing a few fish from your aquarium into a pond or not cleaning the mud off your boots when you travel can make a huge impact. As more people travel and gain interest in the natural world, invasive species have a greater chance of spreading. There are numerous famous examples such as dandelions brought from Europe, the snakehead fish from East Asia, the cotton whitefly from India, and many, many more. Each of these species critically harms their new environments. Dandelions prevent the growth of other plants. Snakehead fish eat everything, but they are not eaten, and the whitefly devours our crop.
A possible global solution, or better yet, containment, would be to first stop the spreading by increasing regulations on transport. Then contain each species in a triage manner, and finally apply some form of extermination method like chemicals, diseases, or new predators. These methods are risky though and could harm the environment more. The most important thing is to stop the spreading. A personal solution would be to take measures to ensure that you are not spreading anything. You would clean your shoes, not release exotic pets, make sure you use native plants in your garden, and make sure your yacht is free of non-native species.
Laws such as the Alien Species Prevention and Enforcement Act have made it, believe it or not, illegal to ship organisms included in the Lacey Act, which lists injurious species, or the Plant Protection Act, which lists noxious weeds, by U.S. mail. Statistics also demonstrate the magnitude of the problem. For example, invasive species have contributed to 40% of extinctions in the past 400 years. Also, 80% of islands around the world have been invaded by rodents, but only 1% originally had them. Lastly, New York alone has over 100 recorded invasive species.